I'm Coach Doshia Woods, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit them up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation! Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. That's right. We're talking to rising stars in our community, individuals who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today, we going rocky high, mountain high, ladies and gentlemen. We're going up to the University of Denver. We got one of the dopest and rising coaches in the game right now, all about diversity and inclusion. She is stepping up for the people, public speaker, but she knows her hoops. 23 years in the game, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, she got a 504 area code. Let's bring her to the stage, Coach Doshia Woods. What's up, Coach? How you doing?
What's up? I mean, that intro, you have to start running around with me everywhere. If that's the intro I'm going to get.
Coach.
I mean, if you can't get hype with that intro, I mean, thank you.
Hey, I'm coming. Wherever you need me, Coach. All you gotta do is make that call. You know what I'm saying? Hey, well, if this is your first time joining the show, we want to say welcome to the program. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, my partner in crime, the Quiet Storm. KT. Kev, what's good with you, fam?
B. Jones, I am doing great. We have a dope coach on, man. I can't wait to tell her story. So, man, let's go. Let's turn up. Let's go.
All right, look at you. Got a little pep. Slow down, man. You won a couple of championship rounds.
No, man. I'm on a high right now. I'm on a high. You mentioned mile high, so I'm on a high. Let's go.
You on a mile high? All right, KT. I see what you're doing there, Kevin. All right, man. Here we go. Before we get to Coach Woods' amazing story, we got to pay the bills, Coach. We got to pay the bills. And first off, this is our first time coming up there to Denver, so we got Crimson Chaos in the building, but we need y'all to show us some love and do us a small favor. And that small favor is gonna go a long way. And guess what? You don't have to go in your pocketbooks. You don't have to send no PayPals or nothing. All you got to do is show us your love and support by smashing that subscribe button. On the count of 3, let's all just smash that subscribe button and help us to keep this amazing momentum of 2023 rolling strong. So we keep bringing on head coaches like this one, you know what I'm saying? So we keep giving y'all some of this immaculate content. You heard me? You see, that's that Louisiana coming out of me, Coach Woods. You heard?
Real quick, I heard that. Yes.
All right, here we go. University of Denver, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. Kevin, every time I do that, I just hear the dings. Ding, 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 ding. People just subscribe and they're showing us some love. And oh my God, if you did smash that subscribe button, welcome to the Sports Life Talk family. We don't take family lightly. That's all. Hey, look, we don't do fans. We don't do followers. We do family around here. So if you smashed it, then hey, let us know in the comments. Leave us an emoji. Leave us a fire emoji. Drop a crimson emblem or something. I don't care, but let us know so we can show you some love back and welcome you properly to the family. But without further ado, with that being said, y'all see her. She about that action. She about that action. She was built for this. Y'all know I ain't Pioneer Nation. We got one of your very own in the building. Let's go. Coach, are you ready for the Sports Life Talking this year?
Stay ready. I stay ready and watch y'all stump me on something. But yeah, I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can get you, Coach. All right, to initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Okay, number 1, Janet Jackson, like Die Hard, Ride or Die. I know she's on tour right now. I haven't gone yet. I want to talk about it. Number 2, it's gonna be a wild list. I'm gonna be honest with you. But number 2 is actually Juvenile, not just because I have a 504 number, but anybody would tell you favorite
You think
song
you could coach up there at Denver, huh? You think you?
Hey, I'm
B.
just
Jones.
me.
When she
But
said
see,
juvie, I almost did like this, B. Jones. Look back at it. It's about to start backing it up,
Cash
man.
money is an
Shoot.
army. That he had a navy. Yeah, I ain't even doing that.
Yes.
Doom. Hey, I guarantee you, coach,
And
you'll shut
you
this
already
whole
know.
spot. Doom.
Yes.
Doom. Doom.
You
Yes.
stop doing whatever you doing, yeah.
You just stop mid-sentence, mid-step, and then you already know what to do when the song comes on. So yes, definitely Juvenile. And then I honestly, one of those people, I switched to like Kirk Franklin, because that's just my playlist is like that. Hip hop, R&B, on the radio. But on Sundays, you know what you're getting. It's gonna be gospel. So yes. So I go Kirk Franklin.
Your playlist is kind of a mixture between Nuck If You Buck and Praise Is What I Do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And you better try Jesus and not me, because but yeah, so then I'll go to a little Alicia Keys, and then I got to round out with some Darius Rucker. It's very eclectic, but that's pretty much what I can come with.
I like it though.
Head.
I like it.
Darius Rucker has a song called Exodus. I don't think a lot of people know about it. That song goes hard. Have you heard that one?
Okay. I haven't.
It's off his first solo album.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm like
Exodus. Yes.
History in the making. All right, definitely. So yes, Darius Rucker made it. I'm sure there's others, but long Janet's on the list. Everybody else is after that. So
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
Yeah.
Always. See, that actually did better than what I anticipated.
All right, Coach. We like to rank everybody's top 5, and the highest you can get is 5. Well, with a top 5 like that, you will not get less than 5. You would not get less than 10. You would not get less than 15. B. Jones, what does it say on the screen? 23 years coaching experience.
Oh, you giving out roses today, huh, brother?
Yeah, I'm giving all our money out, B. Jones. Why stop now? Give her 23. Now, Coach Woods, just let you know, we have a budget on our show and we just exceeded that. So we need for you to start a GoFundMe for Sports Life Talk, because we have no more money. So if the power goes out, Denver, hey, we apologize.
Yes, right. Apologize. But yeah, y'all hit the subscribe button for sure.
Man, we appreciate that, Coach.
Yeah. All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
Oh, I would probably have to say some old school like She-Ra, honestly, because my brother was like He-Man growing up, and so it was like I was a big tomboy, so he wouldn't let me be He-Man, so I had to rock with She-Ra. But one of the things I always liked about her, she always got to be in the mix. Like wherever he was, she was right there, and I feel like that's how I pretty much am. It's okay, whether you want me there or not, I'm gonna find a way to show up, and you're gonna have to pay attention to me. So,
a lot of people don't realize she had her own movie. I think it was because he had his, the Master of the Universe, and then they came out with hers too.
Yeah.
Man,
and that's like, I'm so old. People are like, She-Ra, who is that? My players are gonna have to start Googling. And
well, we know what it is, so we're old with you, Coach. So we're still here, we're still kicking. That's all that matters. All right. So since every good superhero needs their own theme music, what would your theme song be?
It's got to be something Janet. So let's go. Together Again is my all-time favorite, but let's just walk with. It's got to be Juvenile. It's just like I feel like as soon as you hear that beat, you got to make an entrance and you got to pay attention. So Janet can be for another time, but Juvenile.
After you back it up, then stop. Then what? Drop it like it's hot. Yeah.
All right, Coach. So if you could shadow anyone for a week and learn from them, they could be either dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
Oprah. It might be cliche, but I've always admired Oprah, and I think we might be low-key related if we trace it all the way back. But I really just admire the way that she's been able to move throughout her career and the different types of people she can talk to. It's like her range is just crazy to me. So I've talked to people that have met her, but I want my own experience. So I just want to shout her, even if it's just sitting in Santa Barbara drinking wine. I don't care. I just want to sit and be on a live podcast with her all day. So Oprah.
All right. So what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
Oh, probably one of my favorite other phrases is the game knows. And I feel like basketball has taught me that even when I'm not on the court, it's like the game of life or the game of basketball is always going to give you what you give it. And I'm sure my players get tired of hearing that, but that's what I really try to live by. But the game knows. and life knows. It may take us time to get to where we want to go, but if you put the work in, you're going to get what you're working for.
So do you think Doshia, the hooper, could play for Doshia, the head coach?
Yes, because this is why. I think playing back when I did, it was like the old school coaches, and I feel like now I'm like a fuse of like tough love, but like also a happy balance, happy medium. I don't want to disrespect any of my other coaches before, but the Doshia could play for me. Now, the player I was, I mean, I probably would have been in better shape because I would have probably been running a lot, but can't fix my face or something like that. But yes, I could play for the player I was, and the coach I am. Those definitely two can coexist.
All right, so B. Jones and I, we're going to produce a movie centered around you. The one thing we're missing is a lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
Okay, so I honestly normally get, oh, you look like Janet Jackson. Maybe when I lose a few more pounds, you might be able to see it.
I can actually see that. The skin tone, y'all both got that black don't crack type thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I can 100% see it.
We were quick story about that. We were in North Dakota, and the bus driver was taking me and one of my assistants to go get coffee. And just randomly, she says, "Has anybody ever told you look like Janet Jackson?" And usually it happens when I'm by myself, so I don't have any witnesses. So I had a witness this time, and I tell you, I didn't know how to act. I did not know how to act. But as much as I love my girl Janet, she wasn't the best actress, so I'm gonna have to roll with 𝐥𝐤𝐤 Union because she's usually the second one that I get. 𝐥𝐤𝐤 Union.
Guess who I picked?
Yes, Gab. I can. Yes,
I picked 𝐸𝐴𝐸𝐸 Spencer.
Okay.
I was gonna give you, but I'd rather 𝐥𝐤𝐤 Union because I know she looking for that bread. We can afford Gabrielle. We can't. 𝐸𝐴𝐸𝐸 got that. 𝐸𝐸𝐸 got that award on her. You know what I'm saying? She got that Oscar. It's gonna be tough to get 𝐸𝐴𝐸𝐸. That's
true. Same with Viola Davis too. Like she might be closer, but yeah, we can roll with 𝐿abrielle.
All right, so okay, I almost didn't ask the most important question, B. Jones. I was about to skip everything. Okay, all right, so Coach, when we come to Denver to watch you play, what is that one food spot that we just got to go to that gets your stamp of approval?
I'm going to tell you, we actually just went today as a staff. Saucy's Barbecue is right across the street. I mean, you pretty much can walk over there for your pregame meal and then walk over to campus. But Saucy's Barbecue, I'm going to say, gets the stamp right now. The wings, smoked, you can pick your sauce. Yeah, and mac and cheese, don't even get me started. They just opened a while ago, and I'm pretty sure they've already made their money back between just our team alone. So, yeah, Saucy's Barbecue on University.
What time they close, Coach? Do we need to go before the game? Because we eat good. We might show up around halftime. Yeah, we need to go after the game.
Yeah, we don't need y'all falling asleep. So yeah, they close at 10 and we play at 6. So that's perfect time.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. We're gonna get a good 2.5 hour run in, get a W, and then we going to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we can sleep because we definitely gonna be knocked out. All right.
You already know.
Yes. If you hit that subscribe button or thinking about doing so, please do. Leave us your top 5 music artists, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. And finally, go to our website, yougotnext.com, to learn more about us and our other family members from our YGN Series. So now let me turn it over to B. Jones and our newest play cousin, Coach Doshia Woods. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Coach, welcome to the family. We're super excited about having you on this thing. I've been following you for a while, and when you said yes and you agreed to do the show, I said, man, we might actually be making it, man. We might actually be doing something out here. We got Coach Woods on this thing, man. But Coach, we super excited about having you on. And let's take it back to Topeka, though, Coach. Let's go back to Kansas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, and tell us what it was like growing up, and when did you fall in love with the game of basketball?
Good. Yes, I rep pretty much top city, Topeka, any chance I get. And as I like to say, I think it's actually my Twitter bio, but East Topeka, because it's definitely that side of town where people don't expect much from you, right? It's like the low income side. Most of us grew up in poverty, either on public assistance, whether that's for food or housing. So it's always nice to share that part of my story because oftentimes we don't, reach back, or for those now that are still in those situations, you want to be like, okay, somebody else made it out and you want to be that inspiration. It's something that I embrace that role. But growing up in Topeka, I was born to a single mom, have a brother and a sister. and pretty much got into sports, organized sports in middle school, honestly. I remember there was always a rec center where people were playing, but I never thought that we could play, like it was for us. And we could never really afford to play. But my best friend, my childhood best friend growing up, true story, her name is Kizzy. So imagine Kizzy and Doshia being our real names and no one ever taking us serious. And then we met Buffy. So my three best childhood friends were Kizzy and Buffy and then Doshia. There's all random names. But Kizzy got a basketball. And I honestly acted like it was mine. Like, it was like, you know, she was a huge Lakers fan, so I never liked the Lakers because she never let me cheer for the Lakers. And I always had to pick the other team. But once I started playing, and once we got in middle school, I had a chance to organize basketball. And it was my 8th grade basketball coach at the time who really was just like, you know, you could do a lot with this. And I didn't believe her, but I would say my ultimate love came from really just playing with kids in the neighborhood. And then once I became a ball girl for Washburn, which is the D2 in Topeka, and just to be around their team as much as they let me be around, I was like, I can do this and go to school. All I got to do is play basketball and keep my grades up. And growing up the way that I did, you know, we often spent time either with no food, no lights. Basketball and sports was just a way for me to kind of stay out of trouble. And once I realized I could do it, and in school, it was rap after that. So I would say 8th grade is when I really fell in love with the game.
Hey, well, Coach, first and foremost, shout out to Government Cheese. I used to love that joint. I grew up in humble. Hey, you ain't had a cheese toast sandwich.
Best cheese ever.
Best.
You know, but between that Government Cheese and that sugar water and syrup sandwiches, and like, I mean, it's like we really had them syrup sandwiches like it was doing something.
Hey,
but after it was like the mix.
Be gone, Coach.
Yeah.
Hey, but the worst thing though was that powdered milk they tried to give us though. That milk was a little too much.
I wasn't into the milk.
A little too much.
But look, one thing about me, and I'd always tell my brother and sister, I'm not going to starve. So I'm going to figure out a way, and I'm going to have my cereal with water. And I remember Miss Cushenberry across the street always be like, run down and get me the newspaper. So I think I was like 7 years old. I was already like a young hustler. I get the quarter for the paper. I put the stick in the little machine, run it back to her. And then tell me why I'm at the machine now telling cars, you don't have to get out, you just give me the money. I'll give you the paper. So now I can go get my double cheeseburger from Harold's Pride Package. Still the best one I've ever had. And so, yeah, I was already trying to, as I tell my brother and sister, I'm not going to starve. I'm going to figure out a way to eat.
Well, Coach, man, I love that humble beginning. We all came up like, or most of us came up like that. So it's really special to see you, especially being a woman of color in your position. And we're going to get to that in a second. But now you told me backstage you was a multi-sport athlete, though. You actually had opportunities to do some other stuff. What are some of the other sports you participated in growing up?
Yeah, I was actually softball. I was actually a better softball player for the longest time, but my passion was basketball. But softball I played all through high school. Volleyball I played through high school, and then track and field I actually did for 2 years, but it was at the same time. So I would just show up to the meets to get points. But softball was probably, I'd show up and I did the pentathlon. So it was like the 800, the 100 hurdles, triple jump, long jump, long jump, shot put, and then like the last one there was like a 800 or something like that. But it was really just to get points. And then the 4x1.
Well, Coach, we got to jump on into Louisiana because I'm from Louisiana. I'm the OG Louisiana, and you know I'm gonna shout it loud and proud. You got that 504 number. You coached at Tulane. I mean, what's up? What you thought about my state? What you thought about my state, Coach? Do you miss it already?
No, yeah, I miss the food. I can tell you, but I'm telling you, the way that weather was set up, like honestly, how did I do that for 10 years?
Hey, and you went through some hurricanes too, Coach. You went through 2 or 3 major hurricanes down there. If you did it for from 2010 to 2020.
Yes, but I'm talking about the way that heat and humidity is set up.
Oh yes.
Like, can we wake up and breathe? Just get like obviously been here in Denver, and I went back to visit my old coworkers. As soon as we get off the plane, I'm like, I can't breathe.
You can't even walk to the car. You just standing there. You gonna be in sweats.
My body's not set up for the food no more. I mean, it's
too spicy. Too spicy.
No, not too spicy, but
too
like
buttery.
You know how it is when you leave there. You can't eat it every single meal. You got to pick one. That's what my body's like. You got to pick one. You can't have banana Fosters for breakfast and then you're gonna sit there and have a shrimp po' boy for lunch and then try to stuff it off with like a stuffed catfish. It's not gonna happen. Like it's we're not set up like that anymore. So my body's telling me.
Coach, we're gonna have to see you at the Battle of the Bayou for the AAU tournament. You got me. I need the Coach Doshia Woods package, please. All right, Coach.
Look, in Colorado, my body be like, okay, but where's the salad? Can we get something green? Because only thing that's green is if you want your po' boy dress, and it's gonna be like a little bit of lettuce. That's pretty much the only green you're gonna get.
That's it. Now, Coach, tell us a little bit about this coaching journey. When did you realize you wanted to be a coach, and kind of walk us through some of these moves that led you to Tulane and ultimately into Denver, Colorado?
I would say in high school, I had a really good high school coach who took me under my wing. Shout out Coach Salina. And she was actually a basketball coach and softball coach. So both of us had very similar personalities, but I really just appreciated the way that she was patient with me as a person and as a player. And so I started to think the impact that she had on me, could I have this on someone else? And then once I left Barton County and transferred to Western, I told Coach Crane at the time, I said, hey, I want to be able to get into coaching. Anyways, my senior year, I was the only senior. So my senior year, I'm the only senior, and it was basically my first year of coaching because I got all these 8 freshmen being kids. And so really after that, I kind of toyed with what I would want to hear if I was them, but I obviously was them. So I was fortunate. I graduated in June, and then September she was like, you want the job full time? Well, I'd been on Pell Grant the last 4 years trying to have a little life. So I remember getting my first paycheck and I was like, I got a full Pell Grant check in 1 month, because it was all I could equate it to. But really it's just the impact of the coaches that coached me before, that recruited me. And I thought if I could have the type of impact on players that they've had on me and be life changing, then obviously you got the scoreboard for wins and losses, but you can never count it as a loss when you have that type of impact on people.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. Now, out of all the people you remind me of, Coach Woods, I hate to tell you this, you kind of remind me of my mom. Shout out to my moms, but you kind of remind me of mom, which kind of give me a little bit of a, I gotta yes ma'am. I gotta make sure I come at Coach Woods correct, because I don't know why I feel like I can catch it. But how would your players describe you, Coach? Do you bring that motherly type vibe to the locker room, or you all systems go? Because I can tell right now there's a little bit of that mama in you.
Yeah, I would say, it's funny. They just did a video today. It's like, oh, what's Coach Woods' favorite saying? I'm always saying bless it. Literally everything is blessed. It could be positive. It could be negative. It could just be blessed. But I think if you were to ask them, I definitely have the mom look. And I'm really not a huge yeller, but I'll just look. And then I'm just you really didn't mean to do that. I've worked on my sarcasm because not everybody takes sarcasm the same. So I've had to work on that. I've gotten much better, but I would say I'm a mom look. I'm not a huge yelling or screaming. If I have to yell and scream, I'm not trying to do that for 2 hours. I'm really not. If you can't do what I'm asked by me saying it, I'm not going to yell at you to do it. It's still going to mean the same. Can you just box out yesterday or sometime? So I would say I got a mom look. That's probably what they'll say. And then, yeah, I really don't yell that much.
Yeah. You was told. Come on, go sit down.
Yeah, I told you once, I have to keep doing it.
What kind of style? I'm sorry, Coach. I'm sorry.
I said, and then I like to basically just ask you, okay, if I ask you to box out and you're not boxing out, what way? You tell me how. You tell me the best way. And I love doing that. Y'all tell me what, so I can use your own words against you. So I'm more that if you come to practice, it's a lot of feedback. Some people might misinterpret it for something else, but I'm always asking their opinion. And I've had to tell people, I can ask you your opinion and then get an attitude when you give it to me. So if I can use it, I'll use it. If not, I'll tell you why. But I think if you come to practice, you're going to just get a very just matter of fact. No, here's the drill. I've learned with this generation too, that they're not old school like we were. So here's the drill. Here's what we're trying to reach. When the buzzer goes off, what the scoreboard says. We don't even have to have a discussion. We were trying to get 100. You got 90. So we already talked about it before. So I do a lot of things like that. So I don't have to yell as much. Yeah,
because clearly you coach for 23 years. So you tell us how we gonna run, how we gonna win this game. Because you've been coaching all your life. All right, thank you. No, Coach. Well, so when we get there, first off, this Pioneer, shout out to New Balance, because that Pioneer that swag looking, that drip is hitting, Coach. I ain't even gonna lie. The whole time I'm sitting over here I hope she give us a Pioneer t-shirt, because that thing now is hard as concrete. All right, Coach. But when we get up there to Denver, Coach, what kind of style? What are we gonna see out of a Doshia Woods basketball team? What are we gonna see? Because not too many people, you know what I'm saying, talking about Denver. Let's just be real. What they gonna see when they see your team out there on that court? Why should we be paying attention, Coach?
But y'all talking about it, and I appreciate it. You know, for us, honestly, you go run. There's no sense of us being at 52-80 walking the ball up the court. So you could go ahead and stop at sausage. Don't eat too much because I want you falling asleep. Get your popcorn and sit down. But we're going to run. We're going to run. I'm not one of those coaches. I'm not trying to coach every possession. Games are for the players. Practice is for me. That's my time to shine in practice. Game is I want my kids to shine. So you're going to see at least 33s and at least 30 U shots. We're going to have a 5-out motion, and you're going to figure out which one you're going to guard. That's your problem, not mine. Everybody can score. Everybody can shoot. If you can't shoot, I'm probably not the person for you. Ooh. And if you can't shoot, I'll probably teach you how to shoot. So, but no, we like to get up and run. We like to push the pace. And again, you have to figure out how you're going to guard us. Right now, I feel like our team, we got a lot of matchup problems that I'm sure somebody will figure out, just hopefully not sooner than later.
Coach coming to gym, hey, I got my shooters with me. You know what I'm saying? She coming there to buzz head. So, Coach, why should a young lady right now that's watching this, man, like, dang, I ain't know about Denver. Somebody, you know, I'm being put onto this Denver game. Why should they be interested in coming and playing for you, Coach Woods? Why should they attend the University of Denver?
First of all, you get the best of all the world, right? First of all, especially, obviously, we're doing college basketball. So academically, you have to be able to make sure that you want to take care and handle business there. We're a top 100 academic school. Business is our top mates. That's first and foremost. Athletically, we're a program, you know, year 4. This will be year 4 for me. So we're in the elevate stage. We're not looking to be complacent. We're not looking to be where we were. We're looking to elevate our program, not just in the classroom, but on the court. And lastly, as I tell our players, basketball is important, but it's not everything. So when you have an off day, go enjoy the city. Go hike. Go whether you want to watch an NFL game, you want to watch an NBA game, you want to watch a Rockies game, go have fun and have a social life. We have literally one team rule is to make choices. But I think ultimately what I like to do as a leader and even my staff, we like to just let them have a life. Again, we want to work hard. We want to coach you hard and love hard. Both of those things at the same time. It's no sense to think that you have to come here, eat, sleep, and breathe basketball. It's important, but I want to make sure our players understand that they're more than basketball players and not just in how we say it, but how we treat them, and they feel that every day.
Well, I've known Denver, the Colorado Avalanche, so we know it was a hockey town at one point in time. Now all of a sudden, you know, shout out to hockey, but now and then, you know, we had the Colorado Rockies doing their thing at one point in time, so I know it was a baseball town. And now, of course, the Nuggets just won their first ring, so we know that this community will get behind basketball. But what about women's basketball? Do you think the Denver population, do you think y'all get a lot of great support from the community out there in Denver, Colorado?
You know, honestly, that's a hard question to answer because when I got the position, it was in the pandemic. And so nobody was leaving. I
was going to ask you about that, Coach.
Yes, nobody was leaving any.
I'm sorry. I was going to ask you, what about that? Like, why did you take a job? Did you take the job before COVID hit? Because literally I saw your bio, you're like in the middle of your season, like you had COVID. Not you personally, COVID. I'm talking about the nation.
Yeah, no, COVID hit in March 2020 and I got the job in July 2020. So it was pretty much in COVID. But as a first-time head coach, I actually enjoyed it because it simplified a lot of what I didn't know. We had back-to-back. It was all these policies put in place. So there wasn't any time to stress about what I didn't know. It was like, because of COVID, we got to do this because of COVID. So I didn't know all the questions to ask. I didn't really, I was trying to figure myself out too. Now the cohorts and all that, you talk about playing your first game where you don't have a scrimmage and the whole team couldn't be together till like a week before our first game because we had to practice on separate courts. So it was a learning experience, but it definitely made me much better, especially as I get ready to start year 4. But it was just like, it was good because I didn't know what I didn't know. I'm trying to call my mentors who've been coaches a long time, Lisa at Tulane or, now Keitha who's back at UTEP. And I'm like, I got to stop calling y'all because everybody's policies were different. Denver and Colorado was very different than New Orleans and Louisiana and what you could and couldn't do. So I had to learn the hard way. Shout out to my sport admin, though, because I was in her office pretty much 3 or 4 times a day. Like, okay, what is this? Is this normal? Like, is this? So it was a huge learning experience, but I'm really appreciative of it.
Well, Coach, last question, and I'm gonna take it off the court because one thing I learned, you learn something new every day. We do a lot of research when people come on the show, and learning about you was impressive because you are an icon. I mean, you are literally stepping up as a public speaker. You speak on diversity, equity, and inclusion. You just out there in them streets and you spreading the word. But I guess really my question wanted to be more towards, you being an African American woman, you having that responsibility, carrying that mantle, right? What does that mean to you, and why do you feel so important and feel so pushed or motivated to use your platform to speak out or giving African Americans and diversity opportunity?
Okay, that was a great question. You let me shut me up. That was a really good question. I think this when it comes to it, when the pandemic hit, we were all forced for the first time to deal with racism, right? The pandemic hit, George Floyd hit in May, and it was the first time in our nation really that there was no escape. Any other time before, we could go to music and we could just, listen to Janet Jackson and just have that in common, regardless of what color we were. We can go to a sporting event. But when the pandemic hit, there was nowhere to go. We had to talk about the elephant in the room, and we had to address it. We had to be there. And I think being in an interracial marriage myself, even being with my spouse, we started asking each other questions that we didn't even know. We didn't even realize, you didn't learn this growing up, or this meant that. So ultimately, for me, being a Black woman in this space, I think it's not our work to do as Black people, but at some point we have to be a part of the solution too. And that's how I personally, it's going to be too exhausting if I feel like I have to help everybody every time something comes on the news. But what I can do is help people every day when I see them. And I understand that when I show up in some spaces, I might be the only Black female they see. I might be the only person who is on the LGBTQ spectrum. I might be the only person who do all of those things. So I want to make sure that we can have a conversation and I can answer those tough questions for you. Again, I'm not one that shies away from it. If you ask, especially like my white friends, ask me the question, because how do we expect to learn if we never want to sit down and talk? And we can't constantly be in a situation where, I'm so upset they didn't know this. Well, how are they going to learn if we're not going to talk? And I think
you can't get mad when they ask questions neither. I notice a lot of us get mad with somebody, about our hair and textures and traditions. Like, don't get mad. They truly curious. So, stop, take a step back from the defense and just answer the question and see the person's, true spirit, the spirit of the question.
Yeah. But I think too, for me, just having this opportunity and having this seat at the table, as I tell even my other friends and people in color, don't waste your seat at the table. And I take a lot of pride in it and I embrace it because I'm not wasting my seat at the table. However I got to the table, I'm out here, I'm in my seat, I'm going to scoot over, make sure that you have some room to say what needs to be said and to be heard. But I feel like there's nothing that frustrates me more is when we do get the seat at the table and we just happy to be there. No, that not be a part of the solution. I'm not just be happy to be there. So it's one that, even here on campus and in the community, people tell you that I'm often, rarely will I say no. I'll talk about it and kind of be that space, that voice, but I'm not wasting my seat at the table because eventually it's going to just be more than me at the table.
That's dope, Coach. All right, well, I'm about to use my voice right now. Coach, I'll front load this. I'm on a losing streak, but today we going to make history. Crimson Chaos is in the building. Coach Doshia Woods, welcome to the championship rounds. This is the part of the show. We'll have a little fun, all right, Coach? We're going to play the You Got Next version of Would You Rather. So have you ever played Would You Rather or this or that?
Yes, I'm familiar.
All right. It's a very easy game for those of you who are following along with us. Rules are very simple. Both KT and I are going to make a pitch to Coach. Coach selects one of those scenarios, and that host gains a point. The first host get 2 points, or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. And I don't know what didn't happen. One moment it was ice cold, and all of a sudden it got blistering hot. And KT can't stop. He can't stop. I can't stop the bleeding, Coach. This dude won like the last 3 or 4 games. So it's time. Okay. All right, let's go, KT.
See what you got.
I got some heat for you, though, Coach. All right, let's go.
I got something too for you, 𝐵. All right, Coach. Would you rather coach a player that you recruited that no one gave a chance, who makes it to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and in their speech say they wouldn't be there without you, or
would you rather hire a GA, giving a coach their first opportunity? That coach follows your blueprint, goes on to massive success, winning rings, and eventually comes back out and say, hey, I did it all from the Doshia Woods blueprint and the school of Doshia Woods, and I'm part of that coaching tree.
Oh, I honestly have to roll with KT. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's mentorship versus leadership. I get it. Or it's mentorship versus development. I get it. You'd rather be a developer. That's cool. All right, let's go. Yeah. I can't lose no more. I'm tired of losing. Let's go. Come on, KT.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather travel the world hosting your own food show on ESPNW, where you and your Denver coaching staff interview college coaches as they take you to their favorite places to eat in the towns they coach in, or
would you rather have Netflix come to the University of Denver, film a 2-season documentary or like a Last Chance U style documentary telling the rise and how you guys, what's in the sauce out there in Pioneer Nation?
Okay, I'm gonna have to roll with B. Jones on this one, definitely.
Yeah,
that's a good one, especially the personalities of my staff and team. Yes, come follow us around.
All right, Coach. Well, you put yourself in a little bit of a sticky situation because now it's going into OT. We going to the final round, and the champion will be crowned in just 1 second. But for the final round, we're going to do something different. We're going to take it off the pages, and we're going to take it to the sneaker game, okay? So Kevin and I are both big-time sneakerheads. As a matter of fact, we go live every Wednesday nights as part of our live show, which we don't just talk about sports. It's sports, it's life, it's pop culture, entertainment, all kind of stuff. And my segment is about sneakers, all right, Coach? So I'm dropping a new pair of sneakers every week. And so we wanted to infuse a little bit of that sneaker passion into this show. So before the show, both KT and I selected a pair of shoes that we thought represented you, your university, and who you were. And we're going to show these sneakers to you. So all we need you to do is say, hold that sneaker. I'm going to count down to 3. You say, hold that sneaker, and we're going to put them up on the screen. Now, remember, before you say anything, whichever one you select will not only win this round, but will win this game in this episode of Championship Rounds, and it's on wax. We can't never take it back, Coach.
The pressure. Okay, I feel like I should be able to phone a friend with my assistant coach Miles, because she is a sneakerhead. So
she's a sneakerhead. This all you, Coach. This all you. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker for me. Oh man. Yeah, that's tough. Okay, I'm gonna have to rock with B. Jones because we just switched to more of like a red crimson, and that's
Yeah.
But look, what size are they though? What size are they?
I'm not telling you my size now. I mean, you just.
Oh
my God!
I mean, that was tough. That was a tough one. But what size are they though?
So to all the Denver players, I'm gonna wear this shoe to the game, and I guarantee they're gonna call you out on that, Coach, because this was perfect.
I mean, that was close. That was close. But I could already see myself looking fresh in those.
Mine's a 13 and his is a 12. Just to let you know.
Okay, well I can't wear either pair of them then.
Now, Coach, you've been in Louisiana long enough to know you ain't supposed to ask nobody their shoe size, Coach. You know.
Where you get them shoes, right? Where you get them shoes? Y'all not getting me with that.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you. I needed you, Coach. I knew when I saw that 504. I ain't trying to get emotional, but Coach, we going to Saucy's. Let's go. I need y'all to get the wings all good and lathered up, baby. Let me get that honey mustard. Let me get that spicy barbecue. Let me get that Hawaiian rub. Let's go. All right, Coach. Well, the title of the show is called Sports Life Talks. You got next, Coach. Now we turning the world on to Denver. Y'all out here in these streets. They gonna watch it now. So now, Coach, you got to tell them. What is next for you, Coach?
What's next for me? We're elevating. We are elevating. This is year 4 for us. We have 9 returns. So we were 2 weeks into workouts. And so definitely excited. We're still young though. So I wouldn't say cut us too much slack, but we still have pretty much young team. But I'm really excited just with the pace that we're able to play out. And then with our new kids, our freshmen are just like sponge. I'm like, y'all really learning this fast. So I'm excited for the product that we can put on the floor. And for y'all, if y'all can't see us in person, at least check us out online. We're going to be a fun play. Shout out to my associate head coach who does our offense. We've been pretty much top 25 the last 3 years in May 3s. We're going to launch it. We're going to let it fly. So if anything, come catch a t-shirt because I guarantee you that at least there'll be one. We're at average about 8 to 9 a game, maybe. So we're going to shoot.
I can't wait to get out there, Coach.
Shoot or shoot.
I'm gonna go buy me some New Balance and everything. I'm telling y'all, we coming out there. We
Hey, we
coming
got a
strong.
New Balance outlet too. When you roll up, we got a New Balance outlet. So
On campus or just in the city?
In the city.
Okay, I was about to say y'all campus lit. All right, Coach.
Yeah,
Well, real quick. Tell us about your staff, because you keep talking about your support system and how it takes a village, right? Tell us a little bit. You don't have to be long about it, but just tell us a little bit about your staff and your assistants and the people that go to work with you every day to put this thing together.
Oh yeah, no. First of all, thank you for this question. Just because everybody says, "Oh, I got the best staff. I got the best staff." I have the best staff for me. I'm going to say that I have the best staff for me and what I need. As I said, my associate head coach does our offense, our play motion, and it takes a lot of pride in just our ability to be able to score the ball. I coach the defense, so it's always just like, okay, obviously offense wins games, but we got to be able to stop somebody too. So shout out to her. She takes a lot of pride in that, and also does our scheduling. Coach Miles, who's our recruiting coordinator, really good in just terms of like personal being there. Again, she's a sneakerhead, so I'm interested to see which one she would have picked. Maybe Casey, you can get that little like.
Yeah, she'd have picked mine. She has shoe taste. She'd have picked mine.
Them was mids, brother. Wasn't nobody picking them mids.
Just for the color scheme, they would have got it. Leave me alone, B.
Okay, that's a good one. And then Coach Dent, my other assistant, very, very good, just player development, really great personality. He's done a lot of our social media, both her and Coach Ty, who's my ops. So you guys see us on social media. They do a lot of that, our graphics and just like different videos and stuff. Ty is great, just in terms of ops, keeps me organized. Shout out, because she's already working on our little snack bags for recruiting. So if you don't have an ops that's not making you a snack bag, you don't have to put them on game, because it comes in handy when you're sitting in the gym all day. And then the last two, I definitely want to shout out our strength and conditioning coach and our trainer. So we have an all-female staff, and it makes for a lot of like ladies talk, but we have a lot of fun together. And it's fun top to bottom. And fun fact, our team doctor is also female. So definitely we got girl power over here, but love them. They keep me sane and keep me going, and try to limit the amount of times I say bless it a day.
I need to holler at the Dobo with these snack packs. I need to know what's gonna be in my snack pack when I pull up, man. We got some Cheez-Its, some Oreos. Well, I need that snack pack.
Cheez-Its, some Oreos, some fruit snacks, some pistachios. Well, I'm trying to be healthy, so some pistachios. Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
You ask any coach sitting in the gym all day, and it's like you can only eat so much at concession stand. So
that's what's up, Coach.
I don't know, Coach. Those nachos go hard at them games, though. We ate some at this one tournament. Good grief. It was off the chain.
Yeah.
All right. So do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Oh, shout outs. Well, I just shout out my staff, so thanks for that. Definitely want to shout out. I mentioned my mentor, one of my high school coaches, Coach Salina, Coach Lisa Stockton, who's like a legend at Tulane in New Orleans. Coach, I don't even know, it's Adams Green Adams at UTEP, is back at UTEP. Coach Mitchell, who actually, in terms of my love for college coaching, she was a coach at Recruiting Me to Western, and now she's the head coach at Cal State Northridge. So she's definitely needs to come on the show because she has a lot of experience. And so then shout out, and then like I mentioned earlier, my sport admin and our athletic director. We just got a new athletic director in July. So he didn't hire me, but I really appreciated the way that he's come in and just been like, let me hit the ground running. He's really like learning my personality. And then Lynn Coots, who is my sport admin, bless her heart. Like she just has let me keep my head above water and has been there every time to kind of throw me a life jacket when needed. So that'd be a quick little shout out to some people, the obvious, I wouldn't say the family, things like that. But those are my people that I pretty much roll with. And my best friend who actually moved here, bought season tickets, and is definitely our number one fan. So shout out Maria. She's number one fan, period. So you guys would probably have to sit behind her when you come to the games. Maybe a couple rows up because she is loud.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
I'm going to be loud too. Oh, yeah, we're going to be right with it. All right, Coach. So this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. Tell them my story. I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
Okay. I said Coach Mitchell earlier. She's head coach at Cal State Northridge. So she rarely, good luck if y'all can get her. I'm actually going to shoot her a text after this just because she's not really a personality. But I think she'd be great. I think she has a story worth sharing. And then Shimmy Gray Miller, who's not coaching anymore, but had a long career, a lot of different levels, and has a lot to offer just in terms of like mentorship. So she's one. great personality. Definitely should make that happen. The whole energy with all, like, if you guys make, when we make Shimmy happen, I feel like I should just sit off in backstage somewhere and just chime in when necessary. So those two I think would be good off the top of my head.
Now that sounds like
she used to be at Minnesota, right?
Yes.
I don't know. I thought she went to Michigan State. She didn't go there after that?
No, she's out of the profession now.
All right, so Coach Shimmy and it's Coach Mitchell. Coach Mitchell was the one that. All right, y'all are officially on the clock. This is the season for yes. This is the season for showing love. So we gonna reach out to y'all, and we know y'all gonna bless the program and bless the platform. So we counting on y'all. We can't wait to meet you and hear your incredible story. But Coach Doshia Woods, you got next. You the truth. Hey, Coach, you are so sincere, so authentic, so passionate. Your energy, your vibe, it's all electric. You are extraordinary and elite. You deserve a yeet. Sports Life Talk. Hey, I love this show, y'all. Y'all got to get rowdy on this one, because I'm telling y'all, we coming. We ain't gonna stop. We out here, and this is so stop playing with us and start praying with us, because this movement is happening, and we need y'all support. This is your moment to make an impact. That's right. I'm talking to you. Help us to grow this thing and to take this thing to the whole another level. All you got to do is smash that subscribe button. Go to our social media platforms at Sports Life Talk. Make sure you tap in with us. Show us some support. Forward the content out. That's all you got to do. Is just show a little bit of effort, a little bit of love, and it'll go so far. And if you're sitting there, you're like, man, she didn't nominate me. We got Shimmy and we got Coach Mitchell coming, but you would like to be on the platform, you want to come on the show, we thought about that too. So all you got to do is go to our website, yougotnext.com, go to the nominations tab, click on the button, put your information in, and let us know who you are and why. And we're gonna reach out to you. We're gonna audition you and see if we can make this thing happen. All right. So yougotnext.com. And KT, man, I got the belt back, bro. I'm on cloud nine.
Yeah, you did, man. You know what? I'm actually happy, because I've never seen you beg like that on an episode. And that was just so ugly. That was so ugly. But hey, B. Jones, I may have lost championship rounds.
You ain't cheating. You ain't trying, KT.
I know. Good. I'm right. I'll do it too. Even though I lost in championship rounds, B. Jones, I won because we have a new family member who's very dope. Can't wait to come out there to Denver, especially for that barbecue, and to get a W as well, too, Coach. So thank you so much for rocking with us, and whatever you need, please let us know.
Thank you, guys. This was great. Really appreciate it. Come watch us. Come eat saucies and go Pios.
Hey, only one thing left to say. Call me Big Daddy when you're back. That thing.
Look, y'all got to cut it off now. If we're going to go that far, y'all have to cut it off. All you got to do is play like the first 10 seconds. Not even that. 3 seconds. And everybody already knows what it is.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, you can be mid-meal. That beat come on. They don't get what they said. Yes. Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all.
Turn it up.
Turn it up. Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See, what's crazy is I knew you had next, because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like, in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, just a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this.